Yeah, just going to do an Ascension 10 run with the Ironclad today, and this is on the beta version, latest patch, version 0.100. Happy with the leafy poultice here. I've also been enjoying Lead Paperweight. Meow's Torment I'm almost never taking at the moment, so let's go with that. Alright, two good block cards, one with some attack attached to it as well. So we see the Phantom as our act boss. Here's a classic Fire Elite Fire sandwich that we like to look for. Alternatively, we could go this way. Still only takes one elite that, but it does get an extra fire, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 on that route, whereas only get 3 if we go up the right hand side. I suppose we could veer over here, but the whole point of this way would be to take on another elite. So yeah, let's go this way. We'll start here. Good luck. Alright, the Fuzzy Chuzzly Worm Chuddler. Right, easy bash and Iron Wave there, just take the 1. Obviously, one of the strategies with Ironclad is self-damage. Because of the Burning Blood healing you for 6 at the end of every turn, it is more or less expected that you will take more damage during most of their fights. Do we want to bash and take 6? I'm not sure we do. We even want to take more than that. Let's take 1. Hopefully end the fight this turn. Oh, I totally forgot this was the buff turn, so we could have definitely got away with not attacking there and just blocking. So we'll get offered a Rampage. Still not convinced that this is a good card. It wasn't a great card in the first version of the first game, and I still think it needs help. It's had a buff. It's base 9 rather than base 8, and it increases by 5 and then 9. Upgraded. I'm still not sure about it, but I think the Tremble is takeable here. Obviously, in the beta version, this is now 3 vulnerable and 4 when it's upgraded, whereas it's 2 and 3 in the non-beta. We're not going to play it there just to deal maximum damage. Plating down. Shouldn't have too much trouble here against the Shrinker Beetle. Are we going to win? No. So that's 3 and 4, so not enough, not enough. So we just do this and this. We take 1, but we're going to heal to full anyway this fight, right? Because we lost some max HP. We can take Setup Strike. Not sure that's a card that I think I have actually rated that much at the moment. Drum of Battle just draws cards, but then you exhaust the top card of your draw pile at the start of each turn. The problem with this, and what I've realised since I've been playing on the beta version, is the Doormaker is seriously hard on decks that draw cards, and obviously when you draw cards against them, it also eats cards. So exhausting the top card of our draw pile is probably not the best for us. I mean, it is takeable now. I'll take the Setup Strike just because it is a damage option, and we haven't got the best damage options in the deck right now. Okay, so we can lose 50 gold to get 2 random potions, or lose 9 HP to transform. Probably a strike. I think we'll do that. Alright, Conflagration deals damage to all enemies, and it deals more for each other attack that's been played this turn. So the idea is obviously to chain off a lot of attacks when you play it. Here, though, it's gonna deal one more, I guess, because we'll go like this and this. Take 8 on turn 1 against Nibbit. Use set up strike, Iron Wave. I don't see any real reason we should be taking more damage here, because this is the buff turn. So, yeah, not going to play the stone armor. Any attack will win. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so Perfected Strike, Thunderclap, and Spite. Spite pairs with the Conflagration. Well, in terms of, you know, it's going to get that to deal an extra 2. Also been changed, obviously, to try and prevent infinite combos with it. Now attacking multiple times rather than drawing a card in the original version. Even though we don't enable it, because we don't actually self-damage at the moment, it might still be worth picking up as an extra attack. Don't like the Perfected Strike simply because, well, I suppose actually we put Setup Strike in as well. Let's go with a Thunderclap actually, just thinking about it, just another area attack. Yeah, and that's sort of justified in this fight. So here we can probably kill one. It's going to be 9 and 7, so that's 16, so we can indeed kill the one that's multi-attacking. Right, we'll just take the 3, and that should be that really. I think this is a bit unfortunate. Any attack in our hand and we win, basically, because that would... Yeah, so we're just going to have to block here. And we still take 3. Let's kill you because you've got more HP. Is it worth? No, it's not, is it? I guess we should have attacked this one. That's what I'm now realising, and we would have killed and not taken so much damage. Right. Finally got there. I think that was a little bit more painful than it needed to be. Let's pick up Inflame. And that can be our first upgrade, I think. Yeah, 9 and then 9. 9, yeah. Yeah, let's just flat upgrade the strength. And let's see who the elite is. We've got a Fish Oil, which I think I will be using against the bird here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Tremble and Setup Strike. Yeah, it's not worth to defend for 5 now, I think, anyway. Right, so Iron Wave. We'll strike 1 and defend 1. And then we take 3. So that's going to be 14... 16, that's 24, 15, 12. So it's 27, 24, that's 51, that's not enough, unfortunately, so we are going to have to take this hit. This will win though. Okay, so we get the Whetstone, a Swift Potion, and potentially... Sword Boomerang? True Grit. True Grit mostly needs an upgrade, I think, if we're going to play it. What would we be upgrading anyway? Are we even upgrading? I don't think we are, eh? We might have to rest if we're thinking about taking on this elite. I think a rest is probably where we're going to go. Just because we're fighting Vanton, I'm going to pick up the Sword Boomerang and not leave the Whetstone on the ground. And we get it upgraded, which is pretty good. So let's go in here and rest. Took a little bit more damage than perhaps we wanted to against the big bird. I think we're going to save a shop for Act 2, and we'll just head this way. See what we get out of the chest. Alright, parrying shield, deals 6 damage to a random enemy when we finish with 10 or more block. Right, so we can pick up the spoils map, which we would have to carry until the middle of Act 2, or we can just pick up a potion. I think it's got to be the potion. I think picking up the map it's kind of tough to do. I think on the higher ascensions. Right, so conflagration should come in pretty handy here. Just killing the 2 small slimes and still dealing damage to the strangler here. So can we kill with setup strike sword boomerang? 9, and then it would be 6x4. It's not going to be enough on its own, unfortunately. We would still take the damage, but I don't see using a potion here is really necessary when we will just win this turn. Okay, so we get offered uppercut, unrelenting, and rage. I think I want the uppercut for the weak that it puts on the enemy as well. So what's that, 16 or 13? Obviously 16 is better. It's going flame, stone armor, iron wave here. Just take the 1. Let's put vulnerable on and block for this turn. Conflagration next turn. Hopefully we find some other attacks for it. Alright, well that's just winning. We are going to have to take that fruit juice. Dismantle is a pretty good one because we've got several sources of vulnerable now. And it also scales with strength. So let's do that. Alright, up against the statue. I think I'm just going to bash and dismantle this turn. Okay. Let's go with inflame, stone armor, and then the boomerang. So we take a bit of a bump, but hopefully we win this turn. Indeed we do. Okay, well, Pantograph is actually excellent right now. Going into this fight here, and I am going to pick up the flame barrier, because we haven't actually got an upgraded block card at all. We get a bonus shop. So we could pick up Dominate. Not sure that's what we want. The Gambit is an excellent card on the Ironclad when you have Barricade. But obviously we don't. Could look at Ori just for some more card options. The Regal Pillow. Remove a Strike is probably good here. Let's do that. We could also pick up Thinking Ahead for a bit of card draw / deck manipulation. Let's do that. Still a very strong card. I am actually just going to upgrade Uppercut though for the extra turn of both vulnerable and weak. But I think more importantly weak because we've got lots of vulnerable in this deck at the moment. Let's fire this off. Okay, well I do want to just get that down. So let's do that rather than blocking that turn. Okay, let's go with Tremble. Iron Wave definitely, set up Strike. We just need to get through the slippery as quickly as possible and start dealing damage. Ouch. That's a very big hit. Guess we'll do this. Flame barrier is also going to remove a layer of slippery. Right, so we're through the sort of intangible stuff that this guy has going on. Question is, are we surviving long enough? So we'll use the fruit juice now. 9 by 4, that's some good damage, but I don't think we're going to have enough for this turn. The 32 is just too much. So that's 16 twice. And that's so 32 and 9 by 4 is 18, 36, 32, 36 and a 13. I think that's going to be enough. Okay, so we just about got there with our very heavy strength build. I think the deck is wanting more energy and more card draw, so this offering is perfect. Pyre, an interesting one. I think it's that's pretty good if you've got lots of card draw already, but I think just the offering, and we should be fine. So we get offered a corruption. This is the third time I've been offered it, and I haven't really got a good start for it. Sozu, obviously we can't obtain any more potions, but we could potentially be alright with that. We have 2 potions, the energy is good, we just need to add a lot more card draw. Snekawai is obviously very, very powerful. And we have got sort of a couple of cards in the deck which cost more than 1 already, but not that many really. I'm going to try the Sozu. I haven't actually picked it up in Slay the Spire 2 yet. We have 2 potions. We won't be getting any more. I do honestly, the main reason I picked that up there is because I think we would have to work hard to build around the corruption, I guess. I guess it wouldn't be that difficult really, but just felt like immediate energy is probably going to benefit us more. Right. So again, picking up elite fights, it might be tricky. Let's go this way. Right, and there's an optional elite and another optional elite later on. Right? Yeah, let's do it like that. Alright, the 3 guys. Let's hit here. It's not really what I wanted. I guess we now just kill you. Okay, well, Flame Barrier is going to see off the guy at the back there. Let's work on this one. And yeah, GG. Do you want to pick up a Taunt? Keeps the vulnerable sort of idea flowing. Bloodletting adding more energy. Let's go with a Taunt. Oh, just auto-clicked on that as it came up. So Vicious can be some card draw for us. We've got several, 1, 2, 3, 4 sources of vulnerable now. So I am going to pick this up and remove another strike. Chosen Cheese. or 2 of 8 common cards to add to the deck. I think, generally speaking, we're probably just going to pick up the cheese. Adding common cards to this now is probably not what we really want. Right, so what is he stolen? Stolen flame barrier, that's okay, I guess. Probably should have played that first. Conflagration only deals 11. That only deals 9. I guess we're just defending then. A little bit irritating. Alright, GG. Forgotten Ritual Headbutt. Don't think it's going to be another uppercut. Certainly one that's not upgraded. Not sure we've actually got enough exhaust, like Thinking Ahead and Offering are the 2 main ways in which we're going to be able to trigger the Forgotten Ritual. This would have been a great card had we picked up Corruption. Headbutt Backsword Boomerang is probably pretty good. Let's do that. And I'm going to leave the sword. Oh no, well, we've picked it back up now. I was considering leaving it, but now we have obviously not. Right, so do we want a random power or a 0 cost card? Let's go with a 0 cost card. Okay, anger, that's fine. I think I'm gonna upgrade Vicious. I think it's gonna be much better if it's draw 2 as opposed to draw 1. Oh, we totally should have played the flame barrier there. Never mind. Right, I'm going to put the flame barrier back. Play the stone armor. Alright, so we take a little bit here, but the flame barrier dealing lots and lots of damage, and then we get the job done. Okay, so Horn Cleat, fine. Not going to pick up any of these. We are doing fine for attacks in the deck. Tuning Fork, 7 block every time we play 10 skills. I'm not going to go for that extra elite. I'm just going to rest at this fire. Because we've got 3 fights before we fight that elite. For the strike back, taunt, dismantle, and then guess Iron Wave. We want to go after this tunneler first, I think. Right, definitely play Offering. Right, cool. And Conflagration. So that's not enough. unfortunately, and we don't draw any. These 2 dazed being very irritating. Alright, shrug it off plus, yes please, thank you very much. Definitely short of block in this deck at the moment. Yeah, and against an enemy like this, we desperately need it. Put anything back here? Let's put the headbutt back. Oh no, wait, sword boomerang. Taunt. And win. Cool. Alright, a much better fight there. Gonna leave all these. Okay, so these guys. Guess I'm gonna put an anger back on top. So we get the tuning fork proc this turn. Send that back. Conflagration only dealing 12, it's a bit irritating. Okay, so well, one of the eggs goes down, but I'm just going to focus on the Ovicopter here. Just try and get them down. Cool. Alright, no potions for us, obviously. Still don't need those cards. Let's see who this next elite is. Alright, so these guys, it's actually amazing that we found the offering on turn 1 here. Okay, Conflagration, can you do some good work for us here? I think that on your own will kill you. Let's... oh, I should have played Setup Strike, definitely. Okay, so close to just winning there on turn 1. Never mind. Turn 2 will do. Okay, so we get an Ice Cream, so we can hold on to energy between turns. And I think we're fine with picking up Rage here. We've got a lot of attacks in the deck. We have turns where we play a lot of attacks. So just being able to play that and hopefully pick up some block is pretty good. Right. Let's just put back the boomerang, I guess. Yeah, we just need to get scaled as quickly as possible. So we need, yeah, Inflame. Okay, so obviously going to be offering Dismantle, Anger, to play Bash, Uppercut, Sword Boomerang. Okay, so we're pretty close. Pretty close to just winning. Just need another good turn. We can't kill, so we're going to have to play this so that we get another turn. Right, come on, draw the attacks. Right, we should get there next turn, but yeah, as we can see, the deck isn't performing perfectly well, shall we say. Okay, so we want Brand. Exhaust a card, lose a HP, gain strength. We definitely want more strength, I think. Stoke is a very good card, though. Let's pick up the Brand. And that can be a good addition for an upgrade. Okay, well, I think we do want apparitions. We certainly don't want any of the others. We're okay for energy, and having that enthralled in the deck, I'm not enthralled by. So we are fighting the Doormaker second as well. It's pretty nasty. Definitely just going to pick up apparitions here. That's just like no-brainer for me. We aren't at a deck that's blocking very well at all, so just how, you know, we are scale fast, get them dead. That's our way of doing it, and we're not actually scaling that fast. Just about got away with it. I think Bran definitely needs an upgrade, but the 3 apparitions in the deck is really going to help us to survive long enough to get set up and get scaled. So let's go this way to this shop, maybe. We could also go here. Generally speaking, although this actually is probably the better way, isn't it? Right, yeah, we go this way, and then we take the 2 elites here, but we get this shop right before the end. I'm saying this about at the state of the game at the moment. Obviously, any shop that you find, any money that you get after your last shop. So say if we went here as our last shop, this is the problem with this path: is these 2 shops are on the same sort of line, so you're not actually going to benefit too much from them unless you just intend to go in and hopefully have enough gold to remove 2 cards. But generally speaking, I've been liking the look of having a shop at the end of the act in Act 3. Just so that the gold that you've picked up can be spent, you know, it's like it doesn't do anything otherwise. So yeah, I'm not going to play the apparition because we've got ice cream, so we can just hold on to that energy. I will play this one though. Let's do set strike first. Actually, we don't even need to play this one, do we? We can just save that 1 energy. Right, definitely. Oh, hold on, let's do the shrug first. Yeah, I was just thinking if we drew the other apparition there, we could play that and not lose as much HP from this offering, but we will obviously now just play the offering. Okay, and Conflagration doing some good work there, kind of. Alright, so yeah, here, obviously we haven't drawn what we wanted, so we can just play out all our cards and we will win next turn. So there's an example of how the apparitions have really improved our deck, because that turn we would have just taken a massive hit. An absolutely massive hit. Let's pick up this Molten Fist Plus, just doubling the amount of vulnerable. As I say, we've got quite a few cards which apply the vulnerable at the moment. Right, great. We have to play Apparition, so let's put back the Inflame. Just play the double apparition and this. Right, and then Brand can get rid of here. Do we even need to play this? I don't think we do. There we go. Okay, cool. Howl from beyond, expect to fight another dismantle. Could we make use of this? I think it would need an upgrade, and at the moment our upgrade targets are probably, well, definitely the brand, and then probably like the apparitions. So yeah, thinking ahead, let's put that apparition back. Yeah, so this fight can be quite tricky. It's got a very large health pool. Especially when they make you weak. This is how the apparitions are doing great work for us. I totally didn't need to play that flame barrier there, but never mind. Right, apparition, then offering. Right, you can play vicious now. Okay, nearly getting the win. I guess we could have played the brand first there. Right, GG. Through the massive health pool. I'm going to pick up another Shrug It Off. I think we could use the extra little bit of block. Obviously here we can't obtain these potions, so it's just is what it is. Let's upgrade the brand now. Okay, so we've got a good couple of layers of vulnerable to get through on the Mecha Knights before we can get the vulnerable down. Alright, let's put that apparition back. Do we want to play this now? I guess we do. Yeah, and then we can get rid of that. Let's play both of those here. Yeah, and so we're not taking damage this turn from this guy. We've got through the layers of artifact now, so hopefully we're just going to be able to deal the damage. Indeed we are. But the burns go in this turn. Let's put Sword Boomerang back on top so we can bash and redraw it. And not quite win, unfortunately, but should do next turn, providing we don't draw terribly. Okay. GG. Right, we're looking at War Paint. Forgotten Ritual is much better now, right? Apparition, etc. The problem is playing it and then getting Offering, but I guess we play Offering first, right? Let's pick it up. And War Paint. Okay, that's good. Two very good upgrades for us. Reptile Trinket is only going to get some use in one of these, when we do finally use one of these potions. play the offering now. Let's just leave it there. It's really looking for the brand there. So yeah, ouch, this turn. Soul Nexus dealing us some damage. And again, we're going to have to use a potion here. Yeah, we're going to have to use the draw potion. Can we get a kill here? I guess it's either kill or die, right? So that's 19, 36, 48. Because we play all of these. Hold on, right. So that's 19, and then that will be 15 by 2. Which becomes 22 by 2. So that's 44. That's going to be 11 by 4, which will become 17 by 4. I think it's going to be very close. Right, let's just set up strike first, because I think we'll still win using this after that. So let's work this out. So that's 60. That's 42. 19, 22, 28. So 22, 28, 30, 50, 19, 69. 42 is 111. And 60 is like one short. So we're just going to have to use the flex potion. Yeah, get out of here. Unfortunately, miniature cannon though, that's pretty good. I don't think we need the pyre or the bloodletting. Certainly not perfected strike at this point. Okay. Forgotten ritual, is it worth it? I guess we're going to play this apparition, right? Yeah. So we're going to go... Yeah, shrug it off. Play the apparition. Guess we just play this. And then we can brand, we don't need to exhaust anything. Okay, set up strike. The boomerang conflagration, we get there, nice. Right, Stampede. We might need Stampede. And it can be an upgrade now. Alright, oh, these guys are pretty nasty, I find. Yeah, pretty nasty indeed. Right, let's play those two. Got enough to just kill one? We definitely do, don't we? So let's just go play the inflame. Let's just do this. Hoping to try and kill one of them. Okay, well that makes things much better. And the bash gets played for free, of course, by Stampede. Alright, Thunderclap. Play that apparition. Let's put back Thinking Ahead. Okay. Should be through this fight now. And indeed we are. Right, yeah, let's pick up another Thunderclap. I think that's fine to do. I'm just concerned about the Doormaker eating all of our vulnerable cards, so it's picking up another one there, and I think with that in mind we're also going to pick up this second Inflame. Probably the Vajra as well. Yeah, the other reason for picking up this is it gets the miniature cannon upgrade buff. So Inflame, Vajra, remove, Strike. Seems okay. We could also pick Jackpot in instead of remove, because I think we could afford these three. And Jackpot, obviously, not only does it deal damage, but it also adds cards to our deck. Let's just have a little look at the zero cost pool of cards that it could make for Ironclad. So zero cost, not the multiplayer cards. I'm honestly thinking like that is pretty good. Like that, this card I think is definitely something we're going to need. So rather than removing, let's use it and let's just rest to get our HP as high as possible for these two boss fights. All right. Oh, I totally forgot about the pantograph. I still think we're probably going to need it though. So. Yeah, let's just start with Shrug It Off. Thinking ahead. I play that apparition now? So we want to get rid of like this. Okay, so we do take a bit of a hit here, but I think it's worth to get everything set up. Alright. On to the Book of Stabbing version. Alright, so we get a wound in the pile, that's not good. This coming out is fine though. Right. Really need the Vicious in play, ideally. Yep. Let's play this now so that we can get this in play. I'm going to brand, get rid of the defend. I think I'm going to put the taunt back on top so that we can draw with it next turn. A little bit, but we're taking a bit too much damage, I think, for... Yeah, the problem is we're going to take such big hits once we get to Doormaker. 24 times 4, that's pretty good. Let's play this first to draw some more cards. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Right, let's do the offering now. Right, set up strike. How much is this for? 40. I don't think we're going to get there, unfortunately, here. Or maybe we do. 649, 46, 43. Oh, yes. Okay. Right, so we're through that fight. Let's see how we get on against the Doormaker. Pantograph heals us to 25. In this current version with the Doormaker, I think that it's very... Like, this is one of the problems, I would say. Not so much, you know, the in the cards. Yeah, that is a problem that can be solved by having a larger deck and having replacement cards, potentially. But I think just not being able to deal any damage to them on this first turn makes the fight so much harder, because there's nothing I can do, right? Absolutely nothing. I guess it's good for us in this case, because we get Ice Cream. But yeah, it's not particularly great. I think, anyway. I don't even know if we're supposed to play the drum bat, but I think we just need to try and find cards that get us set up here. Let's play the put the jackpot back on top. And yeah, let's just deal the damage while we can. Oh, I totally forgot it was going to get exhausted. That was pretty bad from me. Yeah, like their attacks are just so big. Like, yeah, there's some turns we're just gonna really struggle. See, we lost one of the strength gaining cards there. Yeah, this turn in particular where he does this much damage, it's like absolutely crazy, I think. Okay, we're alive. He's obviously eaten one of... Oh no, Sword Boomerang's there. Draw Sword Boomerang win? Yeah. Alright, GG, wow. Really close. But I'm happy with that. Yeah, as I say, the Doormaker is like... That's a proper boss now. Perhaps it was a little bit too easy before. Alright, if you made it this far, perhaps consider giving the video a like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. GG.